Imagine a world where small acts of kindness create a ripple effect of support. A world where financial struggles never stand in the way of hope. That's the vision behind Community Pay It Forward. After a life changing motorcycle accident, I saw firsthand the devastating impact unexpected financial hardships can have on families. That's why I started Community Pay It Forward, to ensure that no one faces these challenges alone. Community Pay It Forward is more than just a single program. Through community impact and packed podcasting, people all coming together, we amplify the voices of those making a difference. And with Community Dare to Care, we provide essential goods like clothing, food, and school supplies to those who need it most, to the community, from the community, for the betterment of the community. With Community Pay It Forward, we support families, children, veterans, community projects, no matter where they are. We are not just providing assistance, but hope for a brighter future, not just for people in need, but for businesses that are out there struggling, trying to find a way. We have a plan, but we need your help to reach the next level. We're launching a crowdfunding campaign to raise $500,000. This will allow us to market the Community Pay It Forward program more effectively and to acquire a vehicle for delivering essential goods to families in need in our community and enhance and strengthen our programs to serve even more people. And as a thank you for your generosity, we're offering special incentives for your contribution. As we tell people all the time, your donation, big or small, will help. It'll create lasting impact on our community. Join us in building a future where generosity and compassion lead the way. Visit our website today, communitypayitforward.us, or scan the QR code above and donate today. Together, we can pay it forward because no one needs to go it alone when we all come together. Every car that rolls into your shop is more than just a repair, it's someone's lifeline. Now, what if every repair could also be a lifeline for someone in need? When you join Community Pay It Forward, a portion of each job can help a family, veteran, or nonprofit without costing your customer anything extra. With the Shop, Click, and Pick program, your shop keeps cars running. Let's keep communities running too. No one needs to go it alone when we all come together.
Hello world, my name is Z, or you can call me Mr. Z. I am a web developer, and I am also a consultant at Z World Webs. My one goal is to develop custom websites that are specifically catered to your organization's needs. I completely understand that building a website is an exhilarating, exciting, and significant step in connecting with your audience. Your organization has Z potential to make a meaningful impact, whether it's supporting animal rights, advocating for equality, combating human trafficking, or honoring the brave individuals who have served our country. Your mission is too important to be held back by the challenges a website can present. And I am here to ensure that your website works for you, not against you. Whether it's maintaining, developing, or redeveloping a custom website that is specifically catered to your needs. And with that being said, I would be more than delighted to learn more about your organization and, of course, develop a website Z World is waiting.
Born into a real fight wasn't right. Where can she dream here? took a hold of her life, left at night, stepping out of her fear.
No, it's so wonderful to be back. Welcome, everybody, to Wednesday night. Welcome to Community Impact. My name is Zach Clayton, founder and president of Community Pay It Forward, Community Dare to Care, and the PAC channels. Tonight, we return to normalcy. Thank God. Got my buddy Les Simpson. He's going to be joining us. Took last month off. Wasn't feeling all that great. Today, if just to let you know, if you start seeing my head kind of float around the room, it's because they let the air out of my skull today. So, they gave me the injections in my head today. So if my hair starts, if you start seeing my hair kind of poof out and stuff, it's just the air leaking from my head. It's no big deal. We'll just call it a thought. I'm having a thought at that moment. So. But yeah, we're going to be bringing on Les here real quickly. We are very excited to once again start letting everybody know that we are just days away from the release of the Community Pay It Forward phone app. If you go back onto Monday's Footprints Forward show, you will see an example of what the app currently looks like. One of the developers of the app, Michael, was on with us, and he helped to explain a lot of the great things that they did. This app is fantastic. I am so excited to have it. It's I cannot wait until Google and iOS and all, like I was telling Les earlier, iOS is asking for, my third born child with, three right toes and a unicorn horn or something like that. They're complicated. They're interesting people to work with. So, Oob, when I used to call you the Apple snob, I get it now. I get it. You kind of have to be a snob to like their stuff. Now I say this while I've got an iPad sitting right here, so I feel a little heavy-handed. But hey, what it is. But we will be out on Google, the Google stores first. Just to let you know, we will be out on the Google stores first. All of our information is in. They have everything ready to go. And we're just waiting for them to say, hey, you know what? You're all set. So we are just days away from that happening. As soon as that does happen, I will let you all know. I will direct you on where to go to download it. And then hopefully we're going to be working with some of our wonderful partners to be giving away some items for people who download the app and utilize the app. The app is going to make this whole program so much easier to navigate and use. One of the things that you can do right now is you can join the Community Pay It Forward program simply by going on and sitting onto communitypayitforward.us and hit add profile. You can do it for absolutely free, or you can do what Les did and become a sponsor of everything that we do. You can have your own show. You can, basically be the lifeblood of what we do by upgrading your partnership and becoming a real lifeblood of our community. So please visit www.communitypayitforward.us, go up top, hit add profile in the search bar, and your company can be with us and grow with us and work with great people like Les Simpson. One of the things that Les is bringing to us today, and we're going to talk about it here in a little bit, Les is bringing us cracking the sales code. And one of the things that I think that we're going to do, unless I'm just going to play the video now and then we'll bring you on in. This is one of the videos that we like to play First off, this is an introduction to what cracking the sales code is. This is our really good friend talking about this and talking about the program that he founded. But look, I'm telling you, I've taken and I've sat through some of those other sales seminars, and they just sit there and they try to drown you with so much stuff. This program is so much easier. There's no looking in books. There's no trying to remember what kind of person you are and what kind of person you're looking for. Because the truth is, you need to learn how to sell. Your sales you should be able to sell to anybody. It shouldn't matter who you're sitting across. And that's one thing that this program is really bringing to light. And it also brings you, one of the other things it's teaching me is that there's a lot of things that you can do wrong that other people are doing wrong, and it's driving you insane, even if you don't know what's driving you insane. But this is the introduction right now to cracking the sales code. And as soon as we get back, we will have my friend, my partner, Les Simpson with us. So, cracking the sales code, here we go.
Hi there, J.W. Wilson here, founder and executive director at the Learning Code Institute. And I want to welcome you to your very first Cracking the Sales Code module. And before we dive in, there are a few quick tips that we want to share with you that will help you get the most sales results possible out of this program. First of all, this course will likely look completely different from any course you have ever taken before. Most of our participants, like you, are shocked when they learn about the structure of our disruptive courses and how they work. Beginning today, you will only receive 1 to 2 of these Cracking the Sales Code episodes, which we call Learning Adventures. You only get 1 or 2 of these per week, and we will deliver them to you one at a time. Now, you may be wondering why we are delivering information to you in such a different manner than you're used to on the web. Well, here's the reason why. In order for your brain to retain any new information, it needs to go through all 4 stages of the cycle of transformation. And these are information, action, feedback, and incubation. For now, do not concern yourself with all those details, because we will explain exactly how this cycle works in much greater depth in your upcoming learning adventures. The important piece for you to realize is that traditional courses that are not based on neuroscience deliver so much information to your brain so quickly that they leave your brain physically unable to absorb the content delivered. What's it feel like? It feels like drinking water from a fire hose. And this is exactly why 90% of the people who sign up for traditional online courses never, ever complete them. Worst of all, this outdated teaching style, which we've been using since the time of Aristotle, causes most of us to only retain 3 to 5% of what we try to learn. So, by only providing you with a small amount of relevant information at a time in our shorter 3 to 10 minute long learning adventures, we allow your brain the time it biologically needs to commit your new learning to memory so you can use it, not only to elevate your sales process, but to improve your life and the lives of others. Better yet, perhaps the most disruptive feature of our new courses, these learning adventures, is that we include real-world actions for you to take, which we call access triggers. Access triggers are hands-on activities you will complete in the real world so your brain gets the feedback it needs to ensure that your new learning is locked into your brain structures to stay, so you can finally get the results in your personal and professional life that you have always been dreaming of. Thank you for choosing to unlock the neuroscience of sales with us, And without further ado, let's get on with your very first Cracking the Sales Code adventure right now. Hi, J.W. Wilson here, founder and executive director of the Learning Code Institute, where we are considered the world leader in understanding the neuroscientific basis of how we learn, change our behaviors, and motivate ourselves and others. We are delighted that you have chosen to join us for Cracking the Sales Code, how to use neuroscience to position your brand as number one in its field. Whether you're in big ticket sales, you do door-to-door sales, operate from a call center, or whatever you sell, whether it be real estate, cars, financial services, stocks, pharmaceuticals, insurance, consumer goods, whatever. Whatever your niche is, the material you are about to receive will not only break your thinking machine about the fastest ways to achieve exceptional sales, it will give you a whole new paradigm as to how to amass a tribe of followers who want more of you and more of what you are selling. And we at the Learning Code Institute personally guarantee that each of you are going to enjoy and reap huge benefits from these groundbreaking adventures in sales. Some of you are familiar with us, but for those who aren't, allow me to provide you a little background on how Cracking the Sales Code came about. Over the last 30 years, our passion at the Learning Code Institute has been, as we mentioned earlier, to dive deeper into the latest neuroscience discoveries on how we actually learn and change our behaviors. Specifically, the powerful role your biology plays in activating the brain structures and even the genes that dramatically accelerate your customers' learning and buying process. If we would have realized the depth and complexity of this subject 3 decades ago, I honestly don't know if we would have embarked on this journey of discovery. But thank goodness we did. We're so glad we're here with you. This journey into how our brains and biology actually learn is an entire universe unto itself, drenched in complexity, more than we could have imagined. And yet, step by step, hour after hour, year after year, and thousands of scientific papers and books on neuroscience, genetics, quantum theory, epigenetics, biology, chaos theory, all that research later that we dove into, we arrived at a breakthrough in understanding the scientific basis of how to dramatically accelerate the speed and depth of learning, motivation, and behavior change. After publishing our best-selling book, Cracking the Learning Code, Science that is Transforming How the World Learns, Motivates, and Changes Behaviors, numerous thought leaders and business executives and educators have called it the greatest learning discovery of the 21st century. Just as importantly as the science behind the Learning Code is what we did next. We began to develop practical, easy-to-understand applications to use this powerful scientific-based learning technology for specific interest groups like teachers, homeschool parents, addiction counselors, finance managers, and yes, people like you, sales professionals, which leads us to today. You are about to enter the rare era of knowledge about the most disruptive and effective sales tool and strategy ever created. Now, before I go further, I want to acknowledge that if you're an advanced skilled salesperson right now, it is likely that you will recognize that you're already using a lot of these strategies today. Certainly, the last 75 years of trial and error by thousands and thousands of salespeople have produced practices that do indeed produce results. We're not saying that they don't work, but ask yourself, how much work and how many mistakes were made to discover these few gems that really work for you right now? Imagine having at your fingertips a deep understanding of how your customers are thinking at any given situation at any moment, and then provide them with exactly what they need based on the latest neuroscientific understanding of what is happening in their brain. It changes everything. I'd also like to mention that our team includes multiple contributors who have strong sales backgrounds. They are highly experienced and have been very successful in sales, sales management, and in numerous industries that range from Fortune 100 to small businesses. in their careers, they have designed courses, written articles, and trained others in ways that have been very helpful into creating what we believe to be the finest sales course in the world. There have been volumes of books and courses on sales, many of them providing really valuable insights into how to increase productivity and sales rates. We believe cracking the sales code stands alone, delivering disruptive information that has never been available to salespeople before. It's about understanding how the brain works and responds to your messaging. And for the first time, replaces trial and error with scientific-based strategies to effectively accomplish these goals, making more sales and creating more exceptional customer satisfaction. So again, I want to welcome you to Cracking the Sales Code. And in your next learning adventure, we're going to provide a more in-depth overview of the structure of this course and the ways it has been designed to produce better results than any course you have ever taken. So we'll see you shortly for an overview of this exciting adventure in sales. As you will see in these learning modules, which we call learning adventures, there is not a lot of the traditional kinds of homework you experienced in other academic and online courses. As you're going to learn in future learning adventures, we use what we call the cycle of transformation, which is specifically designed to activate specific brain structures and neurochemical systems that create the kind of learning in you that sticks. More on the cycle of transformation and how you can use it to accomplish and accelerate the mental, physical, and monetary return to you in the future. These learning code courses, really adventures, are not like drinking out of the fire hose of memorization and tests. They are designed to have your brain naturally and effortlessly encode the learning you need to succeed in life. So today, the only thing we would like you to do is sit in an easy chair or take a walk. Take a few minutes and ask yourself this question. Is what I have been doing in my sales efforts giving me the results that I demand? And then take a few minutes to reflect on it. But here's the important part. Don't BS yourself so you look good. Just ask yourself that question. This is really all you got to do today. Ask yourself this question, reflect on it, and we will revisit it in future learning adventures and discuss it more. I'm so looking forward to seeing you in the next learning adventure where we will peel the onion even more so you can apply the latest learning and marketing science to your brands and sales efforts right now.
Do you want your business to mean more than
I'm
just
joined now by the
sales?
co-host of Pod Save
Join the
America,
Community
Pod Save
Pay
the
It
World,
Forward
Tommy
family
Detroit.
absolutely free. And when you join the Community Pay It Forward family with just a basic listing, you can turn your sales into hope, support, and community caring. You give your customers a chance to support a mission they care about just by doing business with you. It is simple. It is powerful, and it starts with you. Click on the link, add your business, and let's build something beautiful together. Because with your business and Community Pay It Forward, no one needs to go it alone when we all come together. And now we're being joined by my friend Les Simpson. Les, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. How are you?
You know, I'm doing pretty good. Les, the amazing thing about this program is the adventure that we just watched is the longest one that we've had so far.
Mm-hmm.
That's the longest one. They're generally only about 7 minutes of your time.
No, 7:15.
Yeah, just right around that area. My point is that this isn't like sitting in a stuffy classroom with the uncomfortable questions and all the other just nonsense that a lot of these other programs, okay, nonsense is a little harsh, but it's not like the other programs that, there's so much to learn in a short amount of time. And like he stated in there, you only get like two of these a week. And I mean, who can't learn something for 15 minutes a week?
Yep. And in fact, that's one of the things I want to go forward is you've been taking this now through the third episode. So tell people what you have got out of it.
I think in which uh, I referred to this a little bit earlier, that the one thing that was really, yeah, the lessons at the very end are so simple, and like you and I were discussing earlier, it's not open your book to page 3915 and fill out the quiz of 32 questions that you need to go back and look in the book to find, because these are all questions that you have to look within yourself.
Yep.
That is one of the things that I really have enjoyed with it, and it makes the learning so much easier. It also, and one of the lessons very simply is take a look around you every day at how many times people are throwing something at you. You know, how many times are you being marketed to in a day? And it's amazing. It is amazing because I mean, really, to be honest with you, if you notice how many times in a day you're being marketed to, well, you're being marketed every time. I can look around my desk right now and see that I've been marketed to about, you know, 30, 40 times. Every time I look at one of my soda cans, every time I look at uh, the cleaning wipes on my desk. So, but those are just something that, yeah, they're very simple. I mean, it is so simple, and it's so inexpensive, and it's a program that I don't understand. I don't see any downfall on doing it.
That's great. And what's really interesting is I met JW about a year ago, and he showed me, he's talked about the program, he's shown me the testimonials and everything. And as I told him, JW, until this thing comes out, I hear what you're saying, but I don't feel it.
Mhm.
And so when it came out 12 weeks ago, and I'm on the 11th episode, and after 3 or 4 weeks, and I saw in myself things changing, I thought, my God, this does work. Um, in fact, two or three examples. One is we have chimes outside, and at
Mhm.
night when the wind blows, that they really make noise, or music, whatever you want to call it. And after 3 times of getting them up and taking them down in the middle of windstorms, I asked my wife, "Can we get rid of these?" And she says, "No, there's a Christmas present from such and such." Well, I'm going to give some context to this, but how my mind has changed. There's two things, and it depends upon what your beliefs, creator, the universe, creator, God, designed our brain to do two things. One, become very good at something so we can support ourselves. And two, to connect with our community and support the community so it can support us. Well, when my wife told me that it was a Christmas present, immediately something in me was different. I realized that was important to her. It was part of her, what we call our personal meaning. And when I realized that, I thought, well, that's not that big a deal. Get up once a month or whatever. And it's happened. My ears are more attuned when people tell me something that's meaningful to them. And if it doesn't break my back, I have no problem in adjusting a little bit to handle that or going in deeper. I mean, I can't believe how much I'm caring about it. I've been in sales for 40 years, and I've taught it, and procedures and so forth are exactly what you were talking about, Zach, of all the stuff you have to memorize and do this and
Mhm.
do that procedure. And this opens up your heart to be the trusted advisor. And one of the things that is really important, and I'm going to cover it after Frank's video, is the when JW said that we're the recognized world leader, we're one of them. There's two, and the other one is Google. And I'm going to have play this 3-minute video, and I'm going to explain it more. And you're going to hear what neuroscience has done for the big companies. So go ahead and play it.
You got it.
If you're a business organization, a chamber of commerce, or a professional network, then you know one of the biggest challenges is keeping your members engaged and helping massive value that actually moves the needle for them. And that's why I'm here today. My name is Frank Frausto, and for over 2 decades, I've been at the forefront of digital marketing and sales. I was one of the first sales reps ever at Google and later became their head sales trainer. And so I led sales enablement initiatives that helped scale Google's impact at a global level. During my time there, I was lucky enough to have worked with some powerhouse brands like Ford Motors, Goldman Sachs, Abercrombie, Continental Tire, Sesame Street, the San Francisco Giants, big agencies like Omnicom and Publicis, and sales organizations like Reach Local and AutoTrader and Yellow Pages, and even some small organizations like mom and pop shops, restaurants, local service providers, and many, many more. And I did that all the while helping them transform how they sell, transform how they engage with customers, and transform how they drive results. But let's be honest, no one wants to be sold to anymore. Customers are tired of traditional sales tactics, and what they actually want is a trusted advisor. A trusted advisor is somebody that understands their needs, builds credibility, and ultimately helps making buying decisions easier. And that's what we teach in Cracking the Sales Code. For years, I was training high-performing sales teams at Google using a proprietary methodology we created called the Trusted Digital Media Advisor Framework. And what I didn't realize at the time was that everything that we were doing was rooted in neuroscience. And that's where J.W. Wilson comes in. J.W. Wilson is the world's leading expert in neuroscience-based sales and marketing. His research explains why certain sales techniques work at a subconscious level, and more importantly, how to reprogram the brain in yourself to make those elite level skills second nature. So why does all this matter to you? Because Cracking the Sales Code isn't just another sales training, it's the #1 neuroscience-backed sales system in the world, and we want to bring it to your organization exclusively. What we're doing is we're inviting a select group of business organizations to partner with us and bring Cracking the Sales Code to their entire membership. This means you get access to a world-class sales training, a proven system that delivers real results, and a powerful way to increase the value of your membership while positioning your organization and your group at the cutting edge of business growth. And here's the best part. When you partner with us, you don't just get the program, you get direct access to JW and to me. This means we can join your podcast, we can host private training webinars, we can deliver high impact sessions that are tailored to one audience in your group, your entire group, certain subsets of your audience. We can just tell some great Google stories during my time there, and much, much more. And all the while bringing game-changing insights straight from the world's leading neuroscience-based sales program. So if all this sounds like a fit, let's talk. Set up a call with myself and JW, and let's see if we can make this a game-changing partnership for your members and to make this as lucrative as possible. We look forward to connecting with you.
Yeah, I think learning anything from somebody who was in the ground level of Google, that just makes a lot of sense when it comes to business, because Google is one of the most, and yes, I understand how frustrating Google is, but it is still one of the most important businesses when it comes to business, right?
Yep. And
So learning, getting any lessons from somebody like that, I think is fantastic.
to clarify that, if you have a membership group that has a following, and what I mean there is 1,000 members, 5,000 on your email list, then we will work with you to resell this to your group. That's what he was talking about. But anybody can go on and take this for $20 a month, and
Hmm.
you'd be surprised at how much it change. And that's what it's available to everybody. Now, what I am looking for, we were asked by big companies to come out with this. And I'll tell you the two reasons. One, and this is the membership groups, chambers, coaching groups, and so forth. 80% of businesses out there are struggling. Why? Because they don't know themselves and they don't know their clients. And all they've been told over and over and over is the more information you give them, your client, the more they'll listen. Well, we're going to be going through a flyer here that's really going to kind of throw that one out the window. Um, but what I am wanting connected to is real estate agencies, insurance agencies. If you know any network marketing leaders or manufacturing sales forces, but again, anybody can take the course for $20. But one of the reasons we have it as $20 is now the insurance agency can afford it for every single one of their insurance agents
Hmm.
to take it. And but the other part of that is, um, according to survey.com, 91% of the sales force out there are not even making their quotas. It's only the top 10% that do. And I've talked to a lot of network marketing, and I don't know if you're aware of it, but 3% of network marketers make a living at it. The rest of them are struggling, going from company to company, trying to figure out, where they fit, that this one was promised more money. And that's what it's all about. But see, when we work with the manager, the leader, and we develop their people into people, I mean, can you imagine if 25% of those people that are not doing very well, we were able to increase their sales 10% in 3 months? Be huge for the leader, but also to have
Yeah.
much less turnover. And so those
Oh
are
yeah.
the people that I'm trying to get connected to. But now we're gonna, and we're in a process. I've been asked, and by the way, that video came out 3 weeks ago. We're in the process of marketing this, and 2 hours ago, I had the final uh, uh, revision of the flyer I'm going to show you now. And this really is going to kind of blow your mind away to traditional that you've been taught. In fact, I want all of you to think about this. This is what Zach uh, mentioned a little bit earlier, but to give you real details, all of us have 7,000 messages a day that are trying to get in our attention. If you think about going to the grocery store, every one of those products are screaming at you, look at me. Uh, you go into a department store, you drive down. But fortunately, folks, this is where I really want you to understand something. Our creator, again, it depends upon your belief, whether it's the universe or God, designed our brain to block every single one of those messages unless it has personal value for our future. Can you imagine how wonderful that is? In fact, I'll give you an example. If you went to a car dealership, either used or new, and if your brain did not protect you like that, you would have to look at all 100 cars and try to make a decision. Can you imagine that? And so, fortunately, we have our. And the other thing that you'll teach in the course, I believe it's 3 or 4, that once you're on track to where you were designed to be, everything in your week is going to add to it. Your brain actually goes out and looks for information to make you more expert at something, and it's looking for things all the time. Say, think about that course or this person you might want to have an interview with, or so forth. Your brain, once you're on track, takes you where you need to go, and you're no longer fighting your brain. And one of the things that Zach mentioned as far as the book, Cracking the Learning Code, the first, and you, by the way, download it's Amazon for $6, 750 pages, was not designed to be a reading book. It's a reference book. It's after 40 years of consulting, this is the summary of JW's consulting. The first 2 chapters talk about how the public education and the business education is completely messed up the brain. And so now we're going to get it back the way it was designed. And that's what we're all about. Now, this flyer here, as you can see, talks about the 7,000 dreaded messages. Is one of your messages being blocked by your clients? The next thing is, how do you get through it? And by the way, every one of you will be able to go to Zach's website there and download this. Is that correct? Okay. Good. And so once you know your brain is blocking you from all this junk coming in, first to be thankful. And second is, how do you get through and not be one of those 7,000 blocked messages? First off, and the course is going to teach you this. See, the through first, well, I'm getting ahead of myself. I don't want to take it out of sequence. The flyer tells all this. Um, the first thing is understanding who your ideal client is. Now, unfortunately, some people think ideal client is one that they can sell easy. That is not the meaning ideal. The ideal is the one that can get the most benefit from your services. That's the ideal client. And we're going to show you how to find that ideal client and how to find out what emotions are motivating them. But once you and your marketer, and by the way, if the marketing isn't done right, then they're going to have a 2 to 3% or 5% open rate on emails. If it's done right, once you know your client, you can get as high as 20. In fact, we have some people that get 80. But anyway, once you and your marketer know your client and they actually bring somebody to you, that's the third part in the bold. So now you've got your connection. When you talk to them on your virtual meeting, are they really listening to you? No, probably not. They're wondering what they're going to do with their mortgage payment. They're wondering, I'm going to have to pick up my child at the game, or mother's cancer. So again, how do we get through that to the person's desires, to the way, because all of us have crushed our desires. We're scared to death of our emotions because most people think they're negative, but they lead you in a way that it's just unbelievable. And go ahead and scroll down. And so the whole concept is 6 and 7 is, again, the first 9 episodes. You're going to unfreeze your brain to old ideas. Like, for instance, the more information I give this person, the more they'll listen. Those are the ones that go one ear and out the other. And when you read this and so forth, that's what we do is first unfreeze your brain and bring you back to who you were designed to be. And once you are that person, your client will like to talk to you. And then we're going to give you communication skills that are far beyond what most people understand. Starting in episode 10, we're going to go into 3 levels deep. We're going to go to metaphors. We're going to go to associations. Because another thing to let you know, and I don't want this to be a fire hose tonight, when you learn something, it needs to be something that your brain already knows to connect it. If you're going to start over, like for instance, I was talking to this lady today. She's a golfer and she's thinking about taking up swimming and becoming very good at it. And I says, do you realize if you just run over to swimming without being in relationship with your brain, you're not going to learn very fast? She says, what? I says, your brain is designed to protect you from overinformation. If you go in and find out why you playing golf, what you got out of it, and now if you want to, and of course that's dry land, but now you want to go scuba diving or whatever, and you want to see fish, you can't do that when you're golfing. And so when you go in and your communication skills with yourself and realize, okay, now I want a new sport, a new thing, and then you add on to that idea, then your brain will learn so quick, it's unbelievable. See, this is the truth of neuroscience. And this is what this course teaches you, how to have a relationship with yourself and your clients. And then the last paragraph there talks about it's a 6-month adventure. And the first, which you've already watched, is free. But let me caution you, watch this again for yourself and ask those questions of yourself. What have you done up to this point that has not given you the results you want in marketing and sales? And just let those memories come up. You might have done something at 20. Well, I went to this guy and he said all the problems are going to be answered if I said these words. Well, it didn't work, and so forth. And when you find out all these things that you've done up to this point, now you're the foundation to start with. And then the next one will give you setting some goals and of what you want now. But the other thing is give it a week. You're going to get a free one. And then when you join the group, the first one comes up free also because you get a 7-day free trial. Do not start that until the second week. And then one comes up a week. This is an experience, folks. This is not a lecture. This is not studying. This is an experience that's going to completely change the chemicals and the neuroscience in your brain to be a person that you wanted to be all your life.
Yeah. Yeah. Yet, you know, again, Les, I think one of the most important things about this is there's no, the one thing that really bugged me about other sales courses were they tell you, look, there's 2 types of people out there that you can't sell to. And that was putting a limitation on me right there. You're telling me I can't do this.
Mm-hmm.
And so it turned me off right away.
Mm-hmm.
What JW has done here, what this course is telling us is that that's all BS. You can talk to anybody. And
Mm-hmm.
if you can make that connection with them, you can talk to them. You don't have to be like them for them to sit down and listen to you.
Mm-hmm.
Is a sale going to happen every time? No, that's just not ever going to happen. You're not going to sell at a 100%, you're not going to sell at 100%.
Right.
but you're not going to walk into something saying, "Whoa, this person is on the other side of the aisle from me. There's no way I can talk to this person. I have nothing in common with them. The conversation can't even get started. I'm not even going to try." This gives you a way that you can not feel like that. You can walk in confident about any meeting that you have.
That is correct, 100%. And then you'll realize it's for their benefit, not yours. And if it isn't for them, when they find out the way you treat them, they're going to refer you to somebody that needs it.
Right. And as Les was talking about, you can go to his page on communitypayitforward.us. All you have to do is come up here to the search bar and type in Les Simpson or Core Centrica, and Les's page will pop up. You can watch that video that you just saw, that 11-minute video. It is right here. It's right there. You can watch it again, and follow. Go to the website right here and get yourself signed for that free 7-day trial. It's very simple to do. I'm telling you, it's almost so simple you'll be done before you realize you're doing it. So it is really that simple. Then if you scroll down to the bottom of this page, okay, bottom of his profile, you will see right here, you can check out the CSC summary. Well, you click on that, it's going to take you right to that download of that flyer that he just shared with us. So if you need a one pager to take to your boss and say, "Hey, you know what? I heard about this course. I think this would be something that we ought to look into. I think this could really take and benefit our team. I think this could really benefit me." And it's not, this isn't a $2,000 course. This is a $20 a month course. I mean, seriously, you get a team, it's still not anywhere near what you pay for other trainings. So all you have to do again is just go very simply to the bottom of his profile page on Community Pay It Forward, and you can check out the CSC summary here. So, but watch the video, watch the summary, very easy to do. Um, so, Les, you got one more bit of exciting news.
Yes. And if you're part of Alignable, and if you're not, you ought to be. Alignable, first off, has 10 million members in Canada and the United States. And they've asked me to form a group to educate on neuroscience of marketing and sales. And it opens this week. You can go to this, and nobody's in there at this point. You could join because I'll start having postings, I'll start having trainings, and so forth. So if you want weekly and also be able to connect with others that are learning, but also let you know on the course, when you sign up, you're signing up for a group, and you can actually interact with other people. You can talk to Zach while you're in the group and tell him what you're getting. He's going to be telling others. But yes, line, and for $50 a month in Alignable, you can go to and connect with 40 different people. It's a phenomenal group, and and you can join free also. So you have your choices there. But we're going to be educating people on this. So we're pretty excited about it. Another huge endorsement of this. They, like I said, they have 10 million members, and they want their members to know about this. So you're great company when you work with us.
Yeah, and this is a brand new thing, so don't let the two pictures of Les and myself, don't let that intimidate you. It is a brand new thing, but I am, as of just a second ago, I am now a member. Les hadn't had a lot of time to join until now, but I am now a member as well. So, but congratulations on this, on getting this opportunity, Les. I really think that. I really think that that's really cool that they entrusted you with this, that they brought this to you and they asked you to mentor and talk more about this. You will be able to find the link to that alignable page on his profile in the next day or two. Okay, I'm hoping to have it on there tomorrow, but I've learned to curb my enthusiasm every once in a while. So you kind
Sure.
of got to
Understand.
sometimes, but so but yeah, Les, like I said, I really appreciate that you've introduced this program to me. I really enjoyed the introduction to JW. He is just, I mean, he is so much fun to talk to. One, the guy's just a ball of energy, isn't he?
Yeah, it sure is.
So, I mean, I know that every time that we've talked to him, he doesn't, he is so smart on what he's talking about, yet he doesn't make you feel like a fool. And I think I really enjoyed that too. He makes you he makes you feel good about who you are. He wants you to know that you are who you are and you can be more. And I
Yep.
think that's one of the things that he does that I really appreciate. So, but yeah. So, Les, you got anything else that you wanted to talk about today?
Nope, I think that'll do it, and can't wait for next month because I'm going to be talking about what happens to allow you to have first impression where people
Yeah.
see you as creative and problem solving, because that's one of the things people don't do. And one of the big things the course teaches is you have to be unique, you have to be individual, and you have to um, think outside the box because that's what it's all about. And we'll go into that next month.
You know what? I really think a lot of times people have forgotten the power of a first impression.
Hmm.
Um, and I really wonder sometimes is if the fact that we all now sit behind this magic box, it's kind of given us that excuse to kind of forget what it's like to put off a first impression. You know,
Yeah,
um, I I done I was doing a project the other day, and I was talking to this person and I was asking them to do certain things, and he was this person was kind of dressed in a way that they weren't portraying professional,
sure.
you know and it's you know good guy, okay, really good guy, but it's still, if you're wearing clothing, or if you're, you and I both, when we let's be honest here, the behind the scenes thing, we turned on the cameras to this meeting, and both of us kind of looked like we just walked in from the windstorm. Hair was all a scuffle and
Mhm.
everything like that, but look, you've still got to take, and you got to worry about your first impression everywhere you go. And I think now more than ever, your first impression really, really can open somebody's eyes to who you are and to
Mhm.
what you care about. So I'm looking forward to that.
Good.
So you can get a hold of Les at les at csccourse.com. That's les at csccourse.com. Or you can go to the website, and of course, you can always find him on the Les Simpson page of communitypayitforward.us. That's communitypayitforward.us. All you have to do is type in Les Simpson or Core Centrica or cracking the sales code. All of that stuff, it'll bring you up to his page. You can find all these links that we're talking about. Watch the video, become part of learning how to learn, really learn about yourself and about your brain. And again, I want to make sure that I get this out there for all of my friends who are suffering with brain injuries, who have suffered with brain injuries. Yes, this is focused around sales, But I think this is really, really good. And I'm telling you right now, as a person who suffers with no, I'm sorry, TBI, I guess there's PTSD in there in my own way, but suffering from TBI, it does help me know my brain, get reintroduced to how I think. So please make sure that you go in there, give it a shot, take up that 7 day trial, give it a shot, see what you think. And I guarantee you, you won't be upset that you didn't spend any money for 7 days. And then when you get into the $20, it's, it's 2 lessons a week, and they're well worth it. I'm telling you right now, they're well worth it. It doesn't take up a whole bunch of your time. As a matter of fact, you can sit there and watch it when you're sitting here in the morning going, God, do I want to open my emails? Get a little bit of energy first. So, but Les, my friend, thank you so very much, buddy.
You bet. Have a good one.
Yep, we'll see you next month.
Yep.
All right, goodbye.
Bye bye.
Les Simpson, Cracking Sales Code, Core Centrica. I want to thank Les for joining us this month and every month. Um, he's Look, I'm telling you, with this program, there is so much to learn, and they're not asking you to do a lot. It's so very simple. I mean, the process is a hell of a lot simpler than you think it would be. Learning sales has always been something that people put in there that it's easy to do, yet they make it complicated. Core Centrica, JW, Les, they prove it's not complicated, it's very easy. Hey, you can now join the Community Pay It Forward program. If you are a business, absolutely free. This is how. Do you want your business to mean more than just sales? Join the Community Pay It Forward family absolutely free. And when you join the Community Pay It Forward family with just a basic listing, you can turn your sales into hope, support, and community caring. You give your customers a chance to support a mission they care about just by doing business with you. It is simple, it is powerful, and it starts with you. Click on the link, add your business, and let's build something beautiful together. Because with your business and Community Pay It Forward, no one needs to go it alone when we all come together. Your business is your American dream, but today opening your doors comes with tough questions. Will customers walk in? Can I stock the shelves with what they need? Can I afford salaries? And how do I compete with the big box store down the road? That is exactly why we created Community Pay It Forward. Because in hard times, we need stronger communities led by people with bigger hearts. Our Shop, Click, and Pick program makes it simple. Every purchase at a participating small business supports a cause you care about. You shop, others thrive. Even when money is tight, you can still make a huge difference. You're not just shopping, you're supporting families, nonprofits, and your neighbors. That's the power of community. That's the power of the Community Pay It Forward family. When you join the Community Pay It Forward family, you will be seen, you will be remembered, and you will be a hero for people in need everywhere. You, your business, and community pay it forward. Because no one needs to go it alone. When we all come together. I don't know why I cut it off so early there, but I did. Hey, I just noticed something while I was sitting here, and unfortunately, I don't have the time to sit here and watch it. But be looking, because on this show next week, as a matter of fact, we're going to announce it on Monday. We're going to announce the time for the chili cook-off in November. October, November, around that area. So they are releasing the schedule, so we will know when Denver has their first road game in the October, November time. And that's when we are going to have our chili cook-off with our great friends at Key Largo Lounge. Soterios, here we go. Let's get ready to do this again. Do it bigger, better, and better. And better. Let's do this for the kids. All right, let's raise some books and toys for these kids in northern Colorado hospitals. Folks, that's it for me. Once again, I want to invite you to please join the Community Pay It Forward family. You can do it for absolutely free right now. Just go to communitypayitforward.us, type in there, add profile. Your company can be a part of a real change. Turn your sales into something that means so much more. Please remember to love somebody out there, because somebody out here loves you. Remember, if you're not doing something for someone, you're hurting everyone, because no one needs to go it alone when we all come together. If you have an extra hoodie that no longer fits you, look, it's raining here in Colorado right now. It's going to lead to a colder night. If you've got an old hoodie that doesn't fit you anymore, but it's still got life in it, go give it to somebody who's struggling with the elements. Got an old blanket or something, go give it to somebody who's going to be sleeping out in these elements. It's going to be cold, wet, and miserable. If you make a little bit of extra food tonight, instead of putting it in your fridge where it's going to just rot in 2 or 3 days and you have to throw it out, throw it in the old hillbilly Tupperware. Put it in an old butter bowl, or in my case, a whipped cream bowl. Zap it in the microwave and take it to someone who's suffering with hunger. These are little changes that mean nothing to you, but mean everything to someone who needs you. Please take care of each other, folks. Look, we're all we got. All right. And more in society, we need to make sure that we're taking care of each other. Okay. Think what you will, think what you want, but everyone deserves a chance. Let's make sure we're part of that chance. My name is Zach Clayton, Community Pay It Forward, Community Dirty Care, in the IMpACT channels. Once again, Les, brother, thank you so very much. Go to communitypayitforward.us/Les Simpson Core Centrica. Search it in the search bar. Folks, he's a really good guy, and he's really out there trying to help you learn more about making your business better.
Show me the way. You wanna hold the heart of Sunset Boulevard. Bring me here, 'cause it's not quite clear to be a part of Sunset Boulevard.
Does this sound like your life? Scattered, jumping between tasks but never finishing. Saying yes when you want to say no. Avoiding hard conversations and holding it all in. It's time to stop overcomplicating life and turn it into your advantage. Experience T Now, a monthly membership designed to help parents, professionals, and dreamers like you conquer self-sabotage and thrive. Save your spot today. Get early access, a special gift, and start transforming your life. Because no one needs to go it alone when we all